Hello, everyone. Today, the topic is AI in the history classroom, which is a very controversial topic. Nobody wants to see cheating or the normalization of a robotic analysis instead of critical thinking. But the big question is there a way for a middle ground? Jeff Washburn seems to think that anxieties surrounding AI are similar to the anxieties 20 years ago over Wikipedia and other similar online encyclopedic sources, in which it could impact critical thinking or research. Yet Washburn advocates for a classroom that mitigates those concerns by having classrooms that assign homework related to deep analysis and contextual engagement. So that would require going beyond AI and also implementing an awareness of AI algorithmic biases. Meanwhile, Stefan Popenici argued for a judicious use of AI, one that allows educators and students to use AI as a tool for reconsideration of assessments and how teaching methods work. So, the classroom, in essence, should interrogate how artificial intelligence functions and its biases, and then from there, create a framework that can allow it to be a useful tool to assist with learning instead of just everyone constantly worrying about or about the negative impacts that it could lead to. Elsewhere, Challa and Ramazan Aoun found that students that, I'm sorry for the strange pronunciation, it's Turkish names, but found that students cross-examined findings on ChatGPT with normal sources, and in essence, the AI chatbots could be a useful tool so long as there was a mechanism for verification. So students could cross-examine each other's analyses and posts from ChatGPT and note where it aligns or deviates from the actual source material, and then prove where it could be helpful or it may be unhelpful. And that could actually be uploaded onto a separate platform for peer reviews and evaluations. So, how would I use AI as a potential professor in the classroom? So I think AI could be actually very useful in terms of helping with layout. So perhaps layout of certain lesson plans in terms of presentations or syllabi or worksheets or tests or things like this. Of course, that would need some verification with the actual source material. And I would actually probably utilize AI in some way if I were the professor to create worksheets or some kind of template for the students in terms of course, I would verify this, but in terms of saying, okay, this is the basic template of what we'll do the next 2 weeks, or the basic template of an assignment to provide an example of, a perhaps a short written assignment or something like that. But I would not rely on AI as such, in this age at least, to create an assignment, to create a lecture. I would not accept, something that was very clearly based on artificial intelligence for a paper or a quiz. I think that it could be a useful tool for helping to locate certain sources and to help create a template for perhaps the layout of a final essay or for a presentation for the class, so long as there is additional verification. But at least at this stage, in this era where we are, I don't think that it would be helpful much beyond that, simply because there's a lot of contradiction and a lot of falsehoods that can mislead, where AI brings both educators and students in terms of material. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes in the next few decades. But in any case, that's my personal opinion on where it can go as far as utility in the classroom. Thank you.